Hey vacation lovers, it's Eddie from Explorateria. Welcome to the second episode of the Flambé, where we give you the latest and greatest in cruise and theme park news, making sure that you can have the best vacations possible. This week, we've got some updates on a couple of this year's new cruise ships, some additional cruise ships that have been ordered, a Disney Sweepstakes, some updates to some Disney park closures, and much more. As always, if you like what you hear and want more, please give the video a thumbs up and consider giving us a follow to stay up to date. Now, let's dive into the Flambé today on Explorateria. Let's start off this week's episode with some cruise news. Disney Cruise Line is hosting a sweepstakes with a chance to win a 7-night European cruise for 4. This includes airfare and a 1-night stay at a hotel near the port before the cruise. I already entered, so I don't know why I'm telling you this since it'll lower my chances of winning, but you're welcome, I guess. I'll leave the link in the description below so you can head over to enter after watching the rest of this video. You can enter daily through March 10th. I hope you don't though. Keeping with tradition, Disney Treasure has been adorned with her first character. Captain Minnie has taken her place on the bow of the ship. This marks another milestone on the Treasure's journey to completion, which is still on schedule. The newest ship in the DCL fleet is set to take her inaugural sailing on December 21st. Royal Caribbean is continuing to cancel tours to the famous Blue Lagoon in the Bahamas. Due to an incident when a ferry boat sank on the way to the lagoon last November, Royal Caribbean has decided to hold off on selling sanctioned tours there until the incident has been fully investigated. Guests who have already booked the tours will receive a full refund. Though ill-advised, if guests so choose, they can still book tours to the Blue Lagoon via non-Royal Caribbean sources. Keep in mind that these tours have not been vetted by the cruise line and therefore are not backed by them. This means that if the tour is late arriving back to the port, the ship will not wait for you. In a somewhat surprising move, Royal Caribbean has ordered a 7th Oasis-class ship. This ship, which will be sister to ships such as the soon-to-come Utopia of the Seas, is estimated to be delivered in 2028. With Icon of the Sea's recent popularity and 2 additional Icon ships already under construction, many, including me, thought that the cruise line had finished its expansion of the Oasis class. I do, however, love the Oasis class ships and look forward to stepping foot on this new ship as well. Royal Caribbean has released new details about their new immersive dining experience coming to Utopia of the Seas. The newest ship in the fleet will also be home to its newest dining concept. The Royal Railway will be a train-themed dining experience where guests will enter an onboard rail station and board a train for a meal. This add-on specialty restaurant with 24 seats will have pieces from real railway cars. But that's not all. A series of LED screens will act as windows that will take diners on a virtual journey while performers act out a train-inspired storyline. The Carnival Vista has finished getting an upgrade. The ship has recently returned to Port Canaveral to begin welcoming guests after being in dry dock. Besides the relocation of some of the ship's previous venues, the ship has also gotten an update to staterooms, a casino expansion, as well as the addition of the Heroes Tribute Bar and Lounge. Upcoming Carnival cruises previously scheduled to make port of call in Ocho, Rios, Jamaica have been rerouted to Falmouth. The cruise line has announced this change due to repairs currently underway in Ocho Rios. Rough seas last week caused a part of the pier to collapse, impacting the Carnival magic. Though a few shore excursions will be impacted, the impact should be minimal, as Falmouth is only 38 miles away. Port of call arrival and departure times will remain the same. In more exciting news from Carnival, the cruise line has just announced the order of a new Excel-class ship. This new ship will be sister to Mardi Gras, Celebration, and Jubilee and will carry over 6,400 guests. The new ship is expected to enter service in spring 2027. Princess Cruises has canceled the inaugural sailing of the Princess Sun. The voyage, scheduled for February 18th, has been canceled, citing the need for additional technical work. This is the second time the inaugural sailing has been canceled. The ship was first set to welcome passengers on February 8th. Princess Cruises will be hosting a themed Love Boat cruise. The cruise, themed after the popular television program that ran from 1977 to 1986, will feature 4 of the original cast members. The Enchanted Princess will be the ship that ferries guests on a round-trip voyage from New York up through New England and into Canada. Norwegian has announced that it will start cruising out of Jacksonville, Florida. The Norwegian Gem will offer seasonal cruises through April starting in November 2025. The cruise line has signed a 3-year agreement with the port which will allow cruisers to take advantage of these sailings to the Bahamas and the Eastern Caribbean until 2028. Now on to theme park news. Let's start with the House of Mouse. 1900 Park Fair, a restaurant at Disney's Grand Floridian Resort, is set to reopen this April. This table service restaurant will allow guests to interact with characters such as Aladdin, Mirabelle, and Tiana as they enjoy new and returning menu items. Disney's Typhoon Lagoon water park is scheduled to reopen on March 17th. Closed since November of last year, the water park has gone through a refurbishment. As this water park reopens, Blizzard Beach will be closing to take its turn undergoing the refurbishment process. Good to go days for February have been announced for Walt Disney World annual pass holders. As of today, the remaining days pass holders can enter without reservations are the 27th, 28th, and 29th of February. Disney will be adding days periodically, and they may be released last minute, weeks or even only days in advance. Tiana's Bayou Adventure, the new ride replacing Splash Mountain at both Magic Kingdom and Disneyland, will be opening its Magic Kingdom iteration earlier than expected. First announced to be opening later this year, Disney has moved that expectation forward, announcing that the ride will now be open this summer. The 2024 Food and Wine Festival will be kicking off at Disney's California Adventure on March 1st and running through April 22nd. We just got info on the new menus, which will include more than 80 new items. In particular, the frozen old fashioned at Golden Dreams caught my eye. It's replacing the elote paleta from last year that, in my opinion, was not that great. Hopefully, this year's offering is an improvement. There are also returning favorites on the menus, including the Mickey Macaroon with Snickers pieces from Nuts About Cheese, and the grilled top sirloin from Garlic Kiss. Check out the full menus and insight over at Disney Food Blog. They always do a great job breaking down the food options for your Disney trips. I'll throw a link to that down in the description as well. Universal Studios Hollywood is celebrating the 1-year anniversary of Super Nintendo World, which opened on February 17, 2023. With this celebration comes the opening of the new Power Up Cafe. The cafe offers Super Mario powered up themed snacks and drinks such as the Superstar Fizz and the 1-Up Mushroom Calzone. The celebration also brings the release of the Golden Power Up Band, a new addition to the 6 previous Power Up Band designs. For a limited time, while supplies last, guests can also receive a free 1-year anniversary button. Universal Orlando has some great ticket deals going on right now through this spring break season. U.S. residents can get 2 additional free days of park access with the purchase of a 2-park 2-day ticket. Florida residents can get 2 days free with the purchase of a 1-day park-to-park ticket. These are pretty good deals if you plan to spend multiple days at the parks. I'll put the links for this in the description also. And that wraps up this week's episode. Come back next week to get the latest and greatest news in the theme park and cruise worlds. As always, leave us a comment below and let us know what kind of info you'd appreciate most in these briefings. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.